I never thought the life I built could unravel so quickly. My wife Jessica and I had been married for 14 years. On the surface, we had it all: a beautiful home, 2 kids, and a life that looked enviable to everyone around us. But behind closed doors, cracks had begun to form. I trusted her completely, never imagining that she could betray me so thoroughly, or that she would be bold enough to do it with someone I considered a friend. It all came to light one evening when Jessica's behavior became impossible to ignore. Late nights at book club, secretive texts, whispered conversations that stopped whenever I entered the room. It was subtle at first, but the pattern became undeniable. I confronted her gently at first, hoping for honesty, for an explanation. But she laughed, brushed it off, and then the bombshell dropped. She and her affair partner, my so-called friend, confronted me together one evening. They smirked, told me I should pack my bags, and that I no longer had a place in the home I had helped build. Their arrogance stunned me. They thought they had won, that they could erase me from my own life without consequence. But they had forgotten one crucial detail: the prenup. I had drafted it years ago, during calmer, happier times. At the time, it had seemed like a routine safeguard, something to protect both of us in the event of divorce. I had never imagined it would become my secret weapon, a legal shield that would turn the tables on their audacity. I calmly let them believe their plan had succeeded. I packed a bag, not with resentment or rage, but with a clear mind and the intention to act strategically. I left the house not out of defeat, but to prepare. I consulted lawyers, gathered financial records, and reviewed every clause of the prenup. I made sure that every asset, every account, and every investment I had made over the years was protected. I realized that my revenge didn't need to be violent or emotional. It could be legal, calculated, and devastatingly effective. Weeks passed as I quietly executed my plan. I enforced the prenup with precision, reclaiming every financial asset and legal right that Jessica and her partner thought they could take from me. Their shock was immediate when the legal papers arrived, detailing exactly how the prenup protected me and exposed the loopholes they had hoped to exploit. But I didn't stop there. I leveraged the prenup and my careful documentation to expose their affair publicly, making sure that friends, family, and colleagues understood the betrayal. Jessica's carefully constructed facade crumbled. Her lover, the man who had flaunted their actions, vanished from our social circles, humiliated and powerless. The prenup, which they had dismissed as a mere formality, became the instrument of justice. They had believed they could manipulate and intimidate me, but instead their arrogance ensured their downfall. Jessica tried to negotiate, to manipulate the situation further, but every attempt failed. The prenup safeguarded my future and my dignity, leaving her with nothing but the consequences of her choices. Months later, I reclaimed my life. I moved back into the home with full authority, repaired relationships with my children, and restored balance to the life they had attempted to destroy. The lesson was unmistakable. Betrayal may come suddenly, but preparation, patience, and foresight allow the wronged to reclaim control and deliver justice without a single rash decision. Jessica and her lover had believed they had power over me. They had thought they could erase my presence, my influence, my legacy, but in forgetting the prenup, they had underestimated me. And in doing so, they set themselves up for a defeat far more complete and satisfying than any confrontation could have achieved. In the end, I didn't just survive betrayal, I turned it into empowerment. The house remained mine, the finances were intact, and my dignity, patience, and strategy ensured that their audacity became their undoing.